Hello! I don't know why, I just thought I could do that and it'd be fun. Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. This is going to be a similar vein to the other video I did where I baked cookies. So basically what I do is I make some stuff and I talk about some other stuff because I enjoy it. It's fun. I don't know if you guys enjoyed the video last time because it didn't do too well in terms of the stats, but I'd rather do things that I enjoy. And I enjoyed doing this last time and I got to eat cookies, so I'm doing it again. So, what are we going to talk about and what we're going to make? Today we're going to be making a lemon cake, I guess. The official name in the book is Crunchy Top Lemon Cake. And I'm going to be making it in this fancy bowl. So it's going to have a hole in the middle. And it's going to have fancy patterns on the top. Because this is something I got for my birthday. And I want to use it. Yes, that's what we're going to be making. And what we're going to be talking about is symbols and things in the Ace community. It's something that it's been on my backlog for a while, and I didn't really know how to make a proper video out of it, so I'm just going to chat about it now. Hope you enjoy. Without further ado, let's get started. So, symbols of asexuality. Let's start at the obvious. We have cakes. If you didn't know, there's a thing in the ace community that, or a saying I guess, cake is better than sex. Which I believe came about on Avon, as most ace things have. And it's definitely the most prominent symbol of asexuality, other than the flag obviously. And if you didn't know about that, you must have been very confused as to the name and logo of this channel. I called the channel Slice of Ace and put the logo as a cake because I enjoy cake and I thought it was a fun kind of ace symbol to put in there. But other than that, what do we have? Well, obviously the ace flag is another symbol, but that's not very interesting. Well, the flag is interesting in and of itself. It's more interesting than a lot of the other LGBT plus flags, but as a symbol, it's not as interesting as something like cake. If you didn't, I think I've done a video on the flag before. So it's what? White, grey, black, purple. I believe white means allosexual, grey is like the grey area of the spectrum, black is asexual, and purple is a community, I believe. That's the meanings of the stripes, if you didn't know them. Yeah, those are the two obvious ones, but I guess the next one on the list is probably the playing cards. So I've seen, I wouldn't say like super often, but more often than pretty much every other symbol other than cake. Particularly the ace in the playing cards is used as a symbol of asexuality because of the pun. So in a deck of cards, you've got 4 aces. You've got the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of spades, and ace of diamonds. I believe the only 2 that have specific, I guess, representations in terms of ace symbols are the ace of hearts, which is for alloromantic aces, and the ace of clubs, I believe, which I guess must be a romantic ace. Sorry, I didn't research anything. This is just a chatty video, so if I get anything wrong, do correct me in the comments below. But I believe only those 2 have a set meaning, and the others kind of are just the others. Actually, I think it's spades, because I think ace of spades in general is like the symbol that you'd see linked with asexuality. Yeah, it's spades. I've definitely seen spades more often. So it's not clubs. I'm lying to you. I'm sorry. So we've got playing cards, we've got the flag, we've got cake. Is there any others? Yes, there are. But actually another food-based one in garlic bread. And this is something I've seen mainly on the Asexuality subreddit. That it's basically the same premise or idea as cake, in that garlic bread is better than sex. And this is something that I can definitely relate to, because I really like garlic and garlic bread. Anyone who knows me knows that. I actually have a garlic book. It's a book about garlic. It says garlic on it. It's got some recipes and stuff in it, but I make garlic bread pretty often. Nowadays I tend to make my own dough in my bread machine, and then put like garlic butter and stuff on it. Occasionally cheese, mozzarella specifically. But yeah, garlic bread can be another like symbol, which is particularly useful if you don't like cake but you do like garlic bread, or maybe because of your dietary requirements you can't eat most cake but you can eat garlic bread, so you can use that as a symbol instead of cake. But yes, what else? What else? Another thing that's associated with asexuality, I'm not sure if it's really a symbol, but is amoeba. Because obviously amoeba, as we know, reproduce asexually. They use binary fission to split from one amoeba into like two amoebae. I don't know what the plural of amoeba is. Amoebas. And I think on the Avram forums, one of the like forum tiers or something is amoeba. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've been on the forums. But that's almost, if you think about it, taking back a symbol. Because often people who have only heard the biological definition of asexuality, in the sense that asexually reproduce without sexual intercourse, but you're like, ha, yes, I am an amoeba. Ha. If that makes any sense. But yes, the next thing I can think of, which is another, let's say, mascot of asexuality of this one, is axolotls. Axolotls are, I don't know if they're amphibians maybe, but there's these little sea creatures, and they're like little lizard things, and they walk on the bottom of I don't know if it's like a pond or a lake or even the sea. I can't remember how deep they go, but yeah, I love them. And actually, in my recent live stream, someone ended up drawing we were talking about axolotl dragons, which we'll get to dragons in a second, and they ended up drawing like a little picture of an axolotl with like dragon wings. It was super cool. I'll probably link that in the description below if you want to check it out. It's a good drawing. It's a lot better than I can draw. But I think the reason why axolotls are a symbol is because they reproduce asexually, but I believe that is actually a misconception. What I'll do is when the cake is in the oven, I'll look it up and get back to you. Because I thought that was a misconception, that they can't actually reproduce asexually, or they don't reproduce asexually. But we'll see. Either way, I'm very happy for them to be associated with asexuality because I love them. They're great. Look at their adorable little faces. Blimey, there's a lot of sugar in this. I'm going to decrease the amount of sugar slightly because there's a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar. But yes, as I mentioned, or alluded to earlier, dragons are another symbol of asexuality. But why are dragons a symbol of asexuality, you may ask? And this one kind of expands from dragons to many mythical creatures. The only ones I've seen explicitly are dragons and unicorns. And the reason this is because asexuality is kind of this, because there isn't many of us, it's sometimes called the invisible orientation or the mythical orientation or something. So there's like a big association with mythical creatures. Dragons in particular, probably because dragons as a mythical creature are more in the limelight than other mythical creatures, but I've seen it expanded to unicorns at least as well. And you know what? I really like dragons. Dragons are great. But yeah, I think those are all the symbols of asexuality I could think of. Not gonna lie, I think I've got too little mixture for this cake tin. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in and we're gonna hope for the best. Yeah, if there are any other symbols of asexuality you know of, then do let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoy this type of video, then also let me know, because no one said explicitly that they liked it last time, and I liked it, but the YouTube stats said it wasn't very popular. So yeah, let me know. I'll probably put a picture of the cake once it's done over here. Hello! So as you can probably tell from the picture, the cake fell apart when I took it out of the tin. It still tastes really nice, but it doesn't look as pretty as I was hoping it was going to. So yeah. I wouldn't say that was a failure, but it could have gone better. It did do better. Since it took so long for this video to come out, I've actually made the cake a second time. Only this time, I made a chocolate cake, as you can see here. Yes, it went a lot better than last time. So overall it was a success, and I got to make 2 cakes. So yeah. Otherwise, I guess I'll let you get on with the video and stop spinning before I start to make myself feel sick. Because I pretty much ran out of things to say. But otherwise, and it's about to go in the oven anyway. Otherwise, if you enjoy this video, then please leave a like. I post videos every Saturday, so if you want to see more, then feel free to subscribe. That is all I had to say today. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you next time. So I like dragons. I also like other dragons, like, I don't know, Smaug. I can't see you loving nobody but me for all my life.